Mic check.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will now hear the alma mater for the Wylie East High School, played by the Wylie East Raider Band, followed by Lakeview Centennial High School Patriot Band, playing their alma mater.
Lakeview Centennial has won the toss. They defer to the second half. They'll be kicking to the north goal post. Good luck, guys.
Co-captains for Wylie East this evening, number 3, Jamal Alford, number 10, Nash Chapman, number 55, Daniel McCoy, and number 9, Steve Reader. Co-captains for the Lakeview Centennial Patriots are number 0, Shannon Montgomery, number 1, Julius Spencer, number 2, Trenton Harris, and number 24, Jalen Allen. The Patriots won the toss and elected to defer. They will kick off to Wylie East for the opening kickoff. Ladies and gentlemen, here come your Lakeview Centennial Patriots. Ladies and gentlemen, will you please stand as you are able? And gentlemen, remove your hats and caps as we honor the United States of America with the playing of our national anthem by the Lakeview Centennial High School Patriot Band.
Following is a presentation of GRS TV.
We set the bar high, on top 'cause we so fly. Name in the bright lights, looking like a star shot. We set the bar high, on top 'cause we so fly. Name in the bright lights, looking like a star shot.
District play is already here in mid-September as the Wylie East Raiders look for their second double-digit win total under fourth-year head coach Marcus Gold. From Homer V. Johnson Stadium here in Garland, it is the Lakeview Centennial Patriots against the Wylie East Raiders. Thanks so much for being with us, Scott Garner, alongside Thomas Hart. And Thomas, what a great game we should have tonight. This Wylie East team, they are trending up. They've got a great ground game, averaging about 222 yards per game. And this is a squad that relies on Michael Henderson, who's one of the better running backs in the district.
Absolutely. Michael Henderson is going to be the Swiss Army knife for Wylie East. He's averaging nearly 11 yards a carry. He's going to be playing safety. He's a three-star committed to Texas Tech, so look to see what we can get from him tonight.
It's going to be great. You know, Henderson's a guy with 117 total yards, averaging almost 11 yards per carry, and getting a chance to see Lakeview Centennial. They are really hoping that this year's a little bit different. Anthony St. Hilaire talking about how the last couple of years against this Wylie East team, weather's not been very good, but boy, it's beautiful tonight.
Man, that's the thing you hear from Lakeview Centennial, this class of sophomores, class of 2027. There's a lot of people trending in the right direction, a lot of young talent, including Montre Jackson and Jackson Wilson, and excited to see what we can see from them.
And they lose to McKinney North 41-24. Slow start to that ball game, but the good news was they made it a game, and that's one of the things that St. Hilaire was so proud of. Lakeview Centennial is going to kick things off. We're going to have Wylie East go on offense to start, a 2-0 team that is coming off a 30-point win against Boyd. And perhaps, as Marcus Gold had mentioned, it was their best half of football that second half last week.
And absolutely, that game was considered a blowout, 38-3. We saw a lot of Howard Fisher and Michael Henderson, as you've previously mentioned, and excited to see what we can see from them.
It's a short kick. They want to try to avoid the big return, and John Connolly's a backup quarterback with a seam. Here he goes. A big play on special teams, something that Lakeview Centennial wanted to avoid, and that's one of the better returns we've seen all season to this point.
Absolutely. We see right out of the gate what we can see from John Connolly. He's a junior backup quarterback, and here he goes, starting at the 19. Cuts a seam there.
Well, he had an alley, and somebody didn't fill their spot. That lane was wide open. You see Ortiz come over to make that stop on special teams. Can't imagine you could start better than that. Maybe taking it to the house, but that's it. Plus 25-yard line. Howard Fisher, starting quarterback, going to hand it off to the aforementioned Henderson, and he gets to the second level carrying guys to a first down.
And a beautiful block right there. Vakari James, the senior guard, and Michael Henderson's going to do what he's been doing best this year. He's going to cut it right up the middle of the A-gap right there. A couple missed blocks, and
injury timeout.
What a beautiful run.
Shannon Montgomery hanging on there at the very last, an all-district safety. And we do have an injured Patriot down on the field here, but boy, this Wylie East team, they come out averaging 37 points a game. They're permitting just 13 points per contest. They do it on the ground. They make no bones about it. They're going to line up. They're going to run it right at you. A lot of inside zone tonight. This is a fourth-year head coach that had the helm at White House for 4 years, and he played at A&M back in 2005 to 2010, and Marcus Gold does it with defense, as the great ones always tend to do.
Absolutely. There's a lot of key players on that defense. Rome Jeffers, Michael Henderson, the aforementioned. A lot of guys that can make plays, and on both sides of that.
You've got to tackle Ty Uchenna. We'll be calling his name a lot, and that's Ty Uchenna, by the way, that ends up being hurt right there. But, yeah, Wylie East, we mentioned their cornerback situation is pretty good. They've got two guys at that cornerback spot that can play the football. So Wylie East with it, first down and 10 after the 12-yard run by Henderson. And for the first time, Fisher thought about going through the air, decides to tuck it and run with it. We got a flag down in the pocket.
In on the tackle, number 8. Keen Thibodeau, and number 24, Jalen Allen.
This is going to go against Wylie East here. One of the keys to success for East was to limit the penalties. Braylon Morrison, our lead official tonight.
10-yard penalty from previous spot. Replay, first down.
Crew out of the Dallas chapter. Lakeview Patriot cheerleaders on tap tonight. Decent crowd here at Homer B. Johnson. First week of district competition. Temperature in the upper 80s tonight. Supposed to be into the upper 90s tomorrow night. So after the holding penalty. A little read option. Fisher going to go to the air on the corner. And a little bit far. Boy, Moore in coverage down there as he tried to hit King Baribe, who's really come on this year.
tried to hit Baribe there. He was looking right at that corner. And Baribe is a guy that made a big difference last week. He's a track runner. He's known for being very fast. Just missed him. And, wow, would that have been a great start of the game for them.
Baribe, a guy that was out for the year last year due to injury. And ended up being very sick, lost about 30 pounds, but he is back in action as a junior. Sending the H-back in motion here on second down. Little RPO, and there's Henderson having to make a cut of the backfield. Lakeview Centennial doing a good job of getting penetration. Henderson still manages 6 yards on that play. Axon Wilson, one of the ones in there on the stop there for Lakeview.
And as we look at this replay, we see Henderson right there. There's no room, but he's going to throw a guy, and there's something you just can't teach right there, and that's athleticism.
Athleticism, nice job by Christian Joyner as well. First time as a full-time starter. Third down and 15 to the post. He finds Porter, and he's got the touchdown. Beat Jeremiah Moore. He had the inside leverage.
And Amarion Porter is a guy that we're going to see a lot this game. And what a great start to the year. This is his second touchdown. Was the offensive player of the game week 1. And that right there is what you want to see if you're a Raider fan.
Point after coming up for Michael Delaney. John Conley, the backup quarterback. The hold. Nice snap. Delaney's kick is true. 10:42 to go. Doesn't take long here in this first quarter. The Raiders out in front 7-zip on GRS TV. John Conley, who had the long kickoff return, setting up Wylie East 35 yards away, and it takes us 3 plays for the Raiders to get on the board. 1:18 off this first quarter clock, 7-0 in favor of Wylie East, a team that's coming off of a 10-win season. They are looking to go 3-0 to start this campaign. Conley kicks this thing off, and this is returnable, but they're going to go ahead and take the knee here as we see Jeremiah Moore on the kickoff return. So Lakeview Centennial will have it 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line. And this is, again, a Lakeview team that has not won a game so far this year. And they wanted to make plays in space on defense, eliminate the penalties, and just try to get the offense going. Kendrick Sanders completing 64% of his passes. Done a very good job to start the first 2 weeks.
And he's got many weapons, and if they can just make some space, we're very excited to see what they can do on offense this year.
Prince Guerrero, Curtis Lawson will be the 2 running backs tonight. They'll instead going to go over the middle, and against zone coverage, the ball's picked off. Damian Vincent comes up with a second interception of the year, his second in as many weeks.
And Damon Wilson here, he's going to see it right out of the hands. He's going to try to throw it right there to 19, and Wilson is just going to come up with that really quick, and what a start to the game for them.
Boy, and an awful start here for Lakeview Centennial. They give it the long kickoff return, the short touchdown, 3 plays, 35 yards. And on the game's first play from scrimmage, an interception, Damon Wilson, the guy that played at Allen High School. And transferring to Wylie East, comes up with the interception. So Wylie East starts the plus 35-yard line here with 2 great positions to start. And here comes Howard Fisher again. Michael Henderson, the running back, and nice contain on the rush, and that ball's loose. It's loose, and Burkhardt, the tackle, went ahead and goes and hops down on it. Charles Burkhardt, the left tackle, just a sophomore. Pretty good play right there.
And right there is what you call breaking down the offensive line, and that's King Thibodeau, number 8. He's the sophomore, class of 2027, and he is anchoring this defensive line for the Patriots.
Lose 13 yards on that play. Centennial rushes 4, and this is a quarterback draw all the way. Fisher can run. He uses those legs. Came in with 106 yards on the ground on 20 carries. Neiman Houston, the outside backer, gets him, but a good chunk of yardage right there. Call it 8.
And that right there is what Marcus Gold loves about his quarterback. Howard Fisher gets those yards back.
3rd down, 13. Going to run the draw here, which leads to believe they might try to go for it on 4th down, and Henderson breaks 3 tackles. He's got a first. They don't have to worry about it. 22 yards on the scamper by Michael Henderson. Jason Freeman finally got him, but not before he broke 4 tackles.
Said it once, we'll say it again. Michael Henderson with his athleticism takes down the linebacker right there and keeps going. And the Red Raiders are going to love that this next year.
Got to gang tackle him, cannot arm tackle him, must form him up. This is why this team averages 222 yards on the ground. And you can see there, it takes about 4 or 5 Patriots to bring him down. They get him at the line of scrimmage this time.
And who else but King Thibodeau, the sophomore again. 4 quarterback pressures last week and 10 tackles. And this is a guy that you're going to have to look out for.
King Thibodeau adjusting well to the speed of the game, just a sophomore, and this Lakeview Centennial team has 7 sophomores that will start. Smash route here, they go to the corner, and well overshot. Fisher well overthrowing King Baribe that time. Shannon Montgomery in coverage for the Patriots.
And he's going to see that corner. We've already seen him try to throw it a few times, and he sees that separation, but beautiful coverage right there by Shannon Montgomery.
3rd down and 10. They are 2 of 2 on 3rd down so far, and they've been at least 10 yards. Play action over the middle, little tunnel screen, and he's not touched until he picks up that 1st down. Nice connection over the middle. On 3rd down and 10, they are now 3 for 3, and it's King Baribe again with his 9th grab of the year.
You're going to see right there, just pretty easy, and they're going to get it to the 6 and ultimately tackled by Neiman Houston, but not before a 1st down.
A lot of space inside right there. They give it to Henderson. Nice cut inside the defensive end on 1st and goal. And then they rally. Good play defensively by Jason Freeman again, who came in leading the way with Joyner. Both had 26 stops.
And Jason Freeman, Defensive Player of the Week, Week 1 versus Richardson. 11 tackles. This is going to be the Mike linebacker that the Patriots rely on.
2nd and goal. Looking to make it a 2-score game. Quarterback draw on a lead play. Henderson leading the way. And Howard Fisher puts it to the end zone with his feet for the 4th time this year.
Right there, Howard Fisher. Once again showing what he can do with his legs. As we look at this replay, he's going to take an option. Lead blocking is Michael Henderson, and it looks pretty easy for Fisher.
Howard Fisher doing it with his legs. Michael Delaney still warm from the last PAT. That did not take long. 8-play drive. It goes just 35 yards, and it's 14-0 with 8:12 to go here in this 1st quarter. The Raiders out in front early, and the Patriots trying to get their bearings about themselves on GRS TV.
The Garland ISD Education Foundation provides resources to support and enrich education for all students in the Garland Independent School District. Every dollar donated helps fund innovative teaching and learning initiatives.
14-0 in a hurry as the Raiders have the advantage. And rather than kicking it to the very dangerous Jeremiah Moore, it's going to be Trenton Harris that picks it up and makes a nice move on the sideline. It's out in respectable field position, just shy of the 30. Lakeview Centennial down 14-0, and we have not played 4 minutes yet. They've got to get something going here on offense. They've snapped it just one time.
And absolutely, this offense has the capabilities to do something and get down the field. And here's a second opportunity for the Patriots.
Kendrick Sanders, again, 64% completion percentage, threw for 300 yards against McKinney last week. Again, he's only thrown it one time, and that one throw ended up resulting in his first interception of the year. He has thrown 3 touchdowns. And we'll run the zone read here and flip it out to Julius Spencer, who's his most elusive target on the perimeter and does most of that himself, picking up close to 9 yards before Olford and Vincent, cornerback and safety, could get it.
And the Patriots have been struggling to run it, and this is going to be a good option to get some field advantage for 7 yards.
For a gain of 7, conventional 4-2 nickel defense right here. And this time, Sanders taken down to the backfield. Took a little bit long to develop at that mesh point, and they lose 2 right here. Nice job by Jaden Jenshingo, the defensive tackle.
And number 10 gets him right here. That's staying patient, seeing it before the snap starts, and way to stop him after getting 7, giving him 7.
Nash Chapman also in there, as you mentioned. 3rd down and 5, and I dare say a pretty critical 3rd down. They have not moved the sticks yet. They've only snapped the ball 3 times. Would really like to pick this thing up. They spread them out, run the RPO again. Sanders under pressure. Couldn't find anybody, and he's taken down for the first time tonight.
And who else but Daniel Marquez, the senior defensive lineman, does the job right here. And after giving up 7 on the first play, the Raiders are going to contain here, and it's going to be a 3-and-out.
Daniel Marquez with his 3rd sack of the year. Really strong, physical, and he is disruptive. Usually in the run game, that time really gap sound held his gap, and he has forced a punt here from Lakeview. Chris Ortiz back to punt. No pressure at all, and Ortiz angling to the sideline, and it's short. Going to pick up about 20 yards on that boot.
It's going to go about the 46, and here come the Raiders.
Raiders will have it again this time. 52 yards away. First time that they will have begun on this side of midfield. In Wylie East, playing a really good second half of football last week against McKinney. Boy, they win that game 38-8, and that was after that week 1 win against McKinney North when they had about 10 guys go down with cramps in that first week. A lot of that due to the heat. Early first quarter here, they'll run a conventional power play, little gap scheme with Henderson. Boy, Henderson getting into that second level before he even has to think about making a move as Moore and Neiman Houston combined to make the stop.
And this is the aforementioned Henderson that averages about almost 11 yards a carry, and he's looking to keep that up.
Houston, the guy that really wants to play in college. Doing a really good job of taking on blocks. This time it's Fisher, the quarterback, on 2nd and 4. Gets the first down.
And a vicious takedown right there by Swans.
Jason Freeman. Yeah, Jason Freeman there. First down and 10. Wylie East. Again, they have scored on a 16-yard touchdown pass from Fisher to Porter and the Howard Fisher 6-yard touchdown run. Same play the other side here. Boy, Henderson playing peekaboo. Nowhere to go, though. The entire line, that ball came out late. Still has not been blown dead, I don't think. Signal has not been made. Maybe a whistle.
And talk about staying patient right there. 24, Jalen Allen being a wrecking force right there. The defensive lineman, he's going to get in and just takes him down right there after an easy play.
Well, how about the 2 guards on that play? Braden Parrish, Zane Ridgway. Those 2 guys are so big, so burly. They don't have to do a lot, just almost stand there. 2nd and 10 after no gain. Henderson, maybe the best recruit that they have, and they've got a number of guys looking for a cutback lane and an outside zone run on 2nd down. Cutback lane never developed, but a nice job by Henderson. Jeremiah Moore hanging on. Henderson's length helps him.
Henderson is going to cut right there, and we've seen him. He's very quick and almost gets more, but the beautiful tackle by Jeremiah Moore.
Well, I thought Daniel Opara, that tackle, doing a good job of staying on his block. And on 3rd down and 4, how many cutbacks for Henderson? 2 on that run to pick up 12 more yards. Christian Joyner, the Mike linebacker, finally got him, but he is so elusive.
You look at the replay, it's just right up the middle. Beautiful blocking by the guards. Gonna cut up field, and looks pretty easy for him.
It does. 1st down and 10 now for the Raiders. Fisher getting out of trouble. Throws it to the post, up for grabs and single coverage, and it's broken up. It's a good play there by Montre Jackson, who makes his 5th breakup of the year.
And this is a sophomore, Montre Jackson. Very excited about him as Coach Chinselaire. There's going to be pressure by Thibodeau, and then Montre Jackson is going to show him why he's got all those offers.
No doubt about it. Had a chance, though. Wide receiver had the inside leverage right there. Had the chance to bring that in. But Jackson and Wilson both came in with 4 breakups. Tunnel screen this time to Porter. He caught the touchdown a while back. That time they play it so much better than they did early. Jackson Wilson makes his first real good play on defense, his 3rd tackle.
And this Jackson Wilson is going to be a big part of this defense this year. Brother of Trey at Baylor. And you see why he's already getting a good playing time as a sophomore.
Getting good playing time. Coach Aranda down there in Waco hoping it's a good year. He needs it. 3rd down and 6. Trying to make it 3 scores in 3 possessions. 4 to choose from. A bust in the coverage. The catch by Porter. He's got touchdown number 2 as a flag came in late.
We'll have to see if this is coming back, but Amarion Porter, if not, what a great start to the game. His 2nd touchdown. Going to be a force.
It's going to be a hold against the Raiders.
Holding. Offense. Number 2. 10 yards from the spot of the foul. 1st down.
The backup quarterback for that. Conley, a wide receiver.
We'll take a second look at this. Connolly, a Taysom Hill type of role here. He's going to be a runner. He's going to be a thrower. He's going to do whatever you need him to do. And not this time.
Wiped out Porter's 2nd touchdown grab. 3rd down and 1 after the penalty. Fisher again out in the flat. This time is running back Henderson, and he's in.
And a beautiful play right there. You're going to see pressure really get to Howard Fisher as we take a second look. Pressure's going to get there quick, but he moves up in the pocket, sees the check down, and what a great day to have Michael Henderson on your team.
Michael Henderson, such a weapon. 2nd touchdown toss thrown by Fisher tonight. Number 6 of the year. John Conley to hold again. Michael Delaney looking to go 3 for 3 here in the 1st quarter on his PATs and does so. So we played a little less than 9 minutes here at Homer B. Johnson Stadium, and the Raiders are out in front 21-0 on GRS TV. Seven plays, 52 yards for the Raiders, and they have gone 3 for 3. 3 possessions and 3 touchdowns, and they have outgained Lakeview Centennial 104-4 to start this game. And we're going to see Michael Delaney again to kick this thing off. Going to switch sides here on the kickoff, but what a start here for the Raiders, who again trying to post their 2nd straight double-digit win season. They hang on tonight. They'll go to 3-0, and they will be in 1st place in the district. Trent Harris has it, and he slips at the 25-yard line.
And what a play right there on special teams. He's going to slip. Thought he had a seam like he had last time, but we'll get to see this Patriot offense and let them work.
Lakeview Centennial, you see Anthony Saint-Hilaire and the crew talking. Their strength has been defense. They faced some tough talent, though. There's no doubt about it. They're 0-2, but they faced a good Richardson team. They lost by 6 and then lost 41-24 to McKinney. This is the worst start that they have had to a game so far. This week number 3. Sanders, pressure, ball's out. Boy, this will be another turnover. There are 5 white jerseys around it. We've got a flag down at the line of scrimmage. For Lakeview Centennial's sake, I hope a Raider was offside there.
That's going to be Sean Berry recovering. That'd be a rough start for Lakeview Centennial on the first play of the drive.
The second turnover, they've already thrown a pick here in the first quarter. Braylon Morrison, our lead official.
Intentional grounding. Offense. Ball did not make it to the line of scrimmage. Comes with a loss of down. Second down.
Thomas, that's a big break for them because that's going to be ruled a pass.
It sure is. Looked like a fumble. We'll take a second look here. They say it was intentional grounding. He's going to move up in the pocket. Ooh. Big.
It looked like, Jaden Genshingo, the tackle, punched the ball out.
And if you're a Raider, that one hurts, but a second chance here for Lakeview Centennial.
Yeah, you got a 3-score lead. You got to give them one, don't you? Second down and 10. On the read option. Give it to Prince Guerrero, who came in with just 13 yards on 19 carries coming in. Backup tackle Josh Randall stood. Pulled him down.
Very busy running back room here at Lakeview Centennial. Prince Guerrero, the sophomore, is going to really get most of the carries here. Pretty elusive.
Runs for just one. Guerrero, again, 5'10", 165. As you had talked about, another third down. They have yet to convert. Third down, 9. Show blitz, hard count. This is going to be a free play here, but you got a guy, Jeffers, coming right at the quarterback, so they stop the play. Unabated he came.
Offside. Defense. Front 4. 5-yard penalty.
Nice hard count
Still
by
third
the
down.
senior Kendrick Sanders, the quarterback.
And you talk to Coach Saint-Hilaire, there's big things for Kendrick Sanders. This is his second year starting, and IQ is a big strong suit for him, and he gets the play here.
Been a big playmaker. Really intelligent. Has had a couple of really good practices, too, coming into this ball game. Hasn't shown up yet. Third down and 4, it really needed to here. They'll rush 4, still get pressure. Sanders going to show off the arm, and the ball's broken up. Trent Harris got behind Damon Vincent early, but Vincent able to make up the ground and come up with his first breakup of the year.
You're going to see him roll out right to start. Guerrero blocking most of the routes. He throws it deep. He's going to look for
Roughing
Trent
the
Harris.
passer. Defense, number 22. Be a 15-yard penalty. First down.
Big break on the roughing the passer, so 2 penalties here. And the first going against the Patriots, this one going against the Raiders. This will help out a bunch and will help out with field position. But I thought they had a chance to hit the home run ball as that play developed.
Certainly he was looking for it, for sure.
Rick Sanders showing off the arm, and you can see why he's done so well. This is a game where he has not had a whole lot of time. Guerrero with a nice cutback, and while he made the cut, he didn't slow down and is able to wiggle his way for 5 yards. Genshingo and Brayson Muller on the stop.
Guerrero's going to take it up the middle. That's going to be a beautiful block right there for the center, Valentine Akiti, the sophomore.
Second down and 5. It's a nice play on first down that keeps them ahead of the chains, and it's something they've struggled with here in the first quarter. Down by 3 scores. For a moment, Sanders may go under center. He decides to change the play. Going to run some gap speed counter action, and Guerrero having a hard time getting accelerated. Only picks up 1.
Guerrero, this is a design run to the left. Going to look for it, nothing, and then cuts back. It's a good decision by him.
But this is the first drive tonight where they've looked comfortable. They pick up the first down via penalty, but finally, Kendrick Sanders has at least a little time. He's been hurried pretty much every time he's dropped back to pass. But his drops have been better. His decision-making, as you mentioned, he's a senior. Came in having thrown for 463 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions coming in. He threw an interception on the first play of the game. This is 3rd down and 4, setting up a screen. Can't do it. Throws off balance, and the wide receiver gets absolutely mauled. Julius Spencer pulled down by Jamal Olaford, the senior. One senior working on another there. An easy call for the official.
And Olaford has to work there. He doesn't really have much chance, so he just has to do a job. And, you know, Sanders is looking for Julius.
There are 2 foul play. Pass interference. Defense, number 3. Ineligible receiver. Downfield offense, number 56. Those penalties go offset. Replay, 3rd down.
So both of those penalties offset. Well, that's a bad break, though, for the Patriots. And, you know, they were trying to set up a screen, nobody home, and Sanders did a good job of improvising there. 3rd down and 4, we'll do it again after offsetting penalties. And a motion here. And it looked like the tight end got out a little too soon that time.
False start, offense, number 51. 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
Javion Emmanuel getting called for that one. So instead of 3rd down and 4, it turns into 3rd down and 9. This Lakeview Centennial team, last 2 years against Wylie East, they have really beaten themselves, and we see it here. It's 3rd down, again a hard count, but the center doesn't recognize it. Akiti doesn't snap it. A lot of times you'll see a guy go ahead and snap it. That was Bryson Muller, backup linebacker, that jumped too soon. 3rd down and 9. They'll roll it now. Sanders trying to use some athleticism. Nobody home. And virtually threw that one away as Spencer on the underneath drag had no shot.
And that's going to be where he feels most comfortable. He's going to roll out to right. He's going to look for Julius Spencer, but just evading pressure right there. Noah Jinsego, the junior defensive back, almost gets to it, though.
Chris Ortiz to punt this football. Marion Porter back deep to receive, along with Jamal Olaford. Great first quarter for Wylie East. They came out early. They scored in 3 plays to begin the game. They got an immediate interception. First play on defense, turned that into a touchdown. They're about to have it for the 4th time. They are 3 for 3 in terms of touchdowns. Chris Ortiz gets off a beautiful directional kick, and that will go down as a punt inside the 20-yard line. Very effective punt by Chris Ortiz. He gets style points and the effectiveness.
Absolutely. That's going to be the best punt we've seen today. And it's going to be fair caught around the 20. And Javion Wylie, the senior defensive back for the Patriots, is there, so forces them into a fair catch.
It's the worst starting field position for the Raiders by about 30 yards here. Their previous worst was around midfield, the 48-yard line. 24 seconds to go until the quarter. Howard Fisher back out there. Straight give it to Henderson. Boy, Henderson in that offensive line getting to the second level. Christian Joyner yanks him down, but he's got another first down.
We've seen most comfortable with Michael Henderson running up the middle between those guards, and he does it again for a first down.
First down on the play.
The quarter break coming up. It looks like they're just going to let it go to the end of the first quarter. So we played 12 minutes here at Homer B. Johnson. Wylie East off to a great start to open up district play, 21-0 over Lakeview Centennial.
The Garland ISD Education Foundation provides resources to support and enrich education for all students in the Garland Independent School District. Every dollar donated helps fund innovative teaching and learning initiatives. Choose today to impact a better tomorrow. For more information and to learn how you can give, visit gisdedfoundation.org.
Three possessions so far for Wylie East. They've scored all 3 times tonight here at Homer B. Johnson Stadium. Scott Garner, Thomas Hart. We look back at that last play, and you watch the offensive line. You can see why Henderson is getting 10 yards per carry. Watch Big 73 right there, that center. He just blocking 5'8", 10 yards downfield. Does a really nice job. But Kari James, the senior center. But that's a trait that pretty much Jerry Gardner, the Wylie East offensive coordinator, has established since the first day of camp. That doesn't happen by accident.
It really doesn't. When you got athletes, it makes your playbook a lot easier.
Howard Fisher came in 20 of 32. They fake the fly sweep, look over the middle for the drag route. Nobody home. Instead, throw it to the corner. That's to his main target, King Baribe. Jeremiah Moore in coverage. Baribe ran underneath, then ran to the corner.
Yep, he's looking for Baribe. He's going to run a mesh on the right side of the field. And beautiful coverage for the second time tonight already by Jeremiah Moore.
Second down and 10 here for the Raiders, who absolutely dominated that first quarter, limiting Lakeview Centennial to under 50 yards of total offense. Second down, go to the ground. When in doubt, give it to Henderson. He's averaging over 10 yards per carry. And I guess if you stop him for 5 yards, that's a win. Jackson Freeman comes up with his 29th stop of the year.
And Jason Freeman, he's a very bright spot on this linebacking crew, and he's going to stay patient, get around the guard there, and take him down.
The guy that's done a really good job this year. Now on 3rd down and 5, Fisher running for his life, looking for a first down, and he's got it.
When the first option doesn't always work, Fisher's always going to get there, and that's what these colleges love about him. Running angry.
Such a leader, so under control. 1st down and 10 now. Go back out to Baribe, trying to split 2 guys, does so. Patriot loses his hat, and looks like that might be Montgomery who's got to come out of the ball game as a result of losing the helmet. That was actually Neiman Houston. Pick up 5 yards.
He looks to Baribe on a route out there running. He's the fastest player on their team. He's the track runner and a weapon.
No offers yet, but he'll be getting some offers. No question about it. Howard Fisher again on 2nd down and 5. A jaunt of close to 15 yards. Carson Wilson, cornerback, makes the stop.
Howard Fisher, we talked about those offers. Air Force, Yale, and Louisiana Tech. He's going to run it. Tries to run it up the middle, breaks it out, and ends up getting the first down.
Already committed to Air Force, verbally. Anyway, certainly very admirable. 1st down and 10 here now for the Raiders. Fisher in the pocket, down he goes. Oh, nice play defensively. That's really good work by King Thibodeau, not just to make the stop and the sack, but to contain Wylie rushes.
He's going to look to run it for like the 3rd play in a row, and the block is just not going to work. He's going to set the edge there, and King Thibodeau working.
Well, he did just a sophomore. He's going to be special. Maybe one of the bigger surprises of the district. Play action. Fisher over the middle on the slant. He finds Amarian Porter again inside the red zone, and they pick up 25 yards. Desmond Ford brings him down.
Staying busy this game already. Amarian Porter with the touchdown early.
Jeremiah Moore there. 25 yards. Howard Fisher to Porter and Baribe has been a big combination. 1st and 10. Henderson, look at that hole. A second cut, and he flips his way over the 5-yard line. Shannon Montgomery with a back body drop that Ric Flair would be envious of.
Henderson staying patient, runs it up the middle, running angry, as you can see. And
well, that's called staying low.
Timeout, Lakeview Centennial.
Lakeview Centennial.
It's the first time out of the half.
Calling the timeout. Boy, how good is Michael Henderson? Man. Lean, strong. You mentioned going to Texas Tech. Now that's a great defender. He can run the ball, but he can play defense too.
This is a guy who is verbally committed to Tech as a safety. We haven't even got to see him on defense much today, but this is a guy who's averaging just about 11 yards a carry, and you can see why they're excited about them out there in West Texas.
And you look at the play chart, and you're seeing runs of 12, 22, another 12-yard run. a 15-yard run. That was the fourth run of at least 10 yards for Michael Henderson. He is just fantastic. He has the most varsity experience of anybody on this Raider team. It's his third year to start. And it's not just the power, but the patience, the versatility, knowing how to finish off runs, how to elude guys, when to make a cut, how to get vertical. It's all of that that will get you playing in the Big 12 in a hurry for former high school coach Joey McGuire out there at Tech. And there he is again, Michael Henderson, straight up the gut. A flag comes in at the line of scrimmage.
Looks to be on possibly the receiver, Marion
Holding.
Porter.
Offense, number 33. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Second down.
Keaton King called for the hold. Tight end.
He's been the lead blocker today. We'll see. Just a bit right there on the corner, and that's going to move him back about 10.
Still first down and goal. Wylie East trying to go 4 for 4 to start. 4 possessions, looking for their 4th touchdown. It's King in motion there. Lines up at the H-back. Quarterback power. This play's not supposed to bounce, and they contain it. Jason Freeman, his second stop on the drive. Lost 2.
They were looking to go up the middle again. Vakari James, the senior offensive lineman, with a good block here. As you see it, takes him down, but then just couldn't contain, and there was nowhere to go.
Nowhere to go, and one of the reasons why. King Thibodeau right there. Defensive end. 2 negative plays in a row here for the Raiders. Lakeview Centennial showing man defense here. Fisher realizes that he's going to go to the corner, and the ball is caught but not dropped. He might be able to grab that thing and pull his feet down. King Baribe again. Jeremiah Moore breaks it up.
The speedster Baribe is going to motion in, and they're going to run a wheel route. Looks for him just out of bounds. Beautiful coverage there by Montre Jackson.
Moore, but yeah, Montre Jackson again. Jackson and Wilson both had 4 breakups coming in. Fans of Lakeview Centennial hoping for the comeback. 3rd down, goal from the 16. Impressed with Montre Jackson. He's got 30 offers, believe it or not, at that cornerback position. Screen, caught, what a play. Boy, that's Carson Wilson on the stop, right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe the best play they have made on John Conley.
And Carson Wilson in his first year on varsity, he's a sophomore, going to contain right there and do a great job to take down number 2, the Connolly, the backup quarterback.
Michael Delaney 3 of 3 on his point afters. He'll try to bang through a 34-yarder from the extreme left hash here. So the Patriots with a mini win, keeping him out of the end zone. Delaney with a good leg. He's got it. Nice kick by Michael Delaney. Extend the advantage. 24-0 Raiders here on GRS TV. Back here at Homer B. Johnson Stadium, Wylie East out in front 24-0 as they finished second place in 9-6A last year. And they right now are tied with South Garland. Both teams coming in 2-0 in non-district competition. No chance for Jeremiah Moore on the return. Lakeview Centennial Down 24-0 here in the second quarter. Just trying to go back to really playing as if it's 0-0. Obviously, a comeback tonight's going to be tough for the Patriots, but this really is about getting the wheels back on, trying to execute a little bit better. They're being outgained 203-11 right here against a much superior Wylie East team, pretty much every position group. Wylie East, as good as they were last year, finishing in second place in this district, they may be even better this year. They keep it on the ground here, and the quarterback spilled right at the line of scrimmage. Kendrick Sanders may have lost a yard here. Did indeed.
As we look at this replay, Kendrick Sanders is going to take the option, look to throw it out, and something needs to happen in the passing game here.
Kendrick Sanders, a guy that did rush for a touchdown coming in, loses a yard there. Again, this is a young Lakeview Centennial team. They've got 7 starting sophomores, not 7 on the team, on the varsity, 7 starting sophomores. This is second down and 11, and down goes Sanders. He was running for his life, and how quick is this defense when they can outrun the quarterback right there? Nash Chapman comes up with the sag.
Nothing coming. The pressure is on him. He's going to have to roll out left and make him uncomfortable, and Sean Berry and Nash Chapman doing a great job.
Nash Chapman drops him for a 7-yard loss.
Third down and long.
Second time he's been sacked tonight. Boy, it seems like every time he's tried to drop back, he has had immediate pressure. That's how good Chapman, Gobert, Marquez, and Jashingo are down there on that defensive front. It's third down and almost 20. Sanders with some time here and throws into coverage, trying to hit George Ziegler, but he is well covered. Rome Jeffers, the Mike linebacker, had the coverage.
This Wylie East defensive line really making Kendrick Sanders work here. And that's going to be a 3-and-out again. As we look at this replay, he's going to look for an open receiver. Ziegler's going to be open, but also great coverage there.
Fourth down. So punt time here for the Patriots. Marion Porter back deep to receive. Chris Ortiz will have to kick it again. Had a real good punt last time. This one's a wobbly, went right down the middle. They're going to go Peter, and get away from this thing. See Marion Porter let it go. Nice roll after it bounces. Good punt for Lakeview Centennial. 5:51 to go until halftime as you get a chance to look at Wylie East and their offense. Boy, is it explosive. 37 points a game they average, 222 on the ground, 153 through the air, almost 400 yards per game they are averaging. That is really good at this level.
And a great start already. They've got 203 offensive yards in the first half, and they look to get more here.
See Howard Fisher come back out. What an athlete. Big dual threat quarterback. RPO, and they will keep it on the ground. Thought Henderson might have had his face mask grabbed for a moment. They're going to let that go. He's going to pick up 4. Get out to midfield. King Thibodeau and Neiman Houston bring him down.
Thibodeau's been busy already, and he's doing a great job.
Really is. Fast, big, and really handling the competition well as a sophomore. To 6'3", 230. He's going to be a good one. One of 7 that they have starting on that Patriots starting 22. Second down and 6. Counter action. Henderson into the boundary. What a move to pick up a first down. Well, those guys are quick down there. That was Montre Jackson that he eluded, a quick cornerback. Ray Branch, the backup end, had to race him down 12 yards downfield.
Looks like he's going to get 5 here, and then he just takes the hezzy right here, and then keeps going, pushing the line. And a great job right there by Henderson.
Boy, he knows exactly when to put his foot on the gas, knows when to cut, knows where the boundary is. Henderson, a very salty senior. First down and 10. Wylie East to add to a 24-0 lead. King, the tight end in motion. Now they send Porter, and we got a flag down. Perhaps two guys in motion.
False start. Offense, number 21. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Michael Henderson, the running back.
Called against Wylie East, 5-yard penalty. And we'll repeat first down.
Wylie East, in order for them to have a shot to win the district. Coach Gold feels as though, number one, you've got to stay healthy to have a shot and stay consistent. Mentioned having to battle Saxe later on in district play. They've got great skill players, Saxe does. They've got a great line on both sides. It's going to be quite a game. They set up a middle screen here, and boy, do they have it set up. This is Henderson on first down and 15, a flag coming in. How about Henderson breaking another tackle? Down to the 28-yard line. 21, but let's check out the penalty flag. Carson Wilson had to track him down to get him by the ankle.
The receiver in the corner getting real dizzy down here. Amir Porter's helmet came off.
Hands to the face. Defense, number 4. Penalty's going to be declined. First down.
So they will decline the hands to the face. 21 more for Michael Henderson. I can't imagine there are very many running backs that are better than this guy, who before this drive had 10 carries for 77 yards. That hurts his average by 3 yards. 10 for 77. Yeah, my average dropped, Coach. Sorry. But, man, in all seriousness, how about the elusiveness? Able to just, it's very hard to tackle him one-on-one in space.
Surely he's making it really look easy.
First down, play action to the boundary. That's a nice play defensively as they go back to Amarian Porter. Carson Wilson, that young sophomore with a good hit.
Carson Wilson is a guy that this whole staff is looking forward to at LC. He's a sophomore. This is his first district game. And wow, an angry hit there.
You know, he's really caught on. He's got size, speed, smart, good athlete. Again, we mentioned Jackson's brother. So you've got one brother at defensive end and Jackson Wilson. Then you've got Carson Wilson. Those two guys, sophomores. 2nd and 6. Play stopped. That linesman threw the flag and blew the whistle.
False start. Offense, number 9. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
King Baribe, the wide receiver, called there. Baribe's had quite a game so far. A couple of big catches. One for a touchdown. Beg your pardon, Porter caught that touchdown pass earlier. But the Raiders got 3 straight touchdowns to begin the game, then the 34-yard field goal by Delaney. This is their 5th possession of the half. 2nd down, 11. Fisher still looking. Talk about protection. They rush 3 and play coverage, and it's hard to play coverage that long, but they did.
We're going to look at this play. Jason Freeman is going to be in coverage here at the linebacker. He's going to roll out, and this pressure was getting to him, looking for an open receiver. Cuts it back against the right and just looks for his receiver, but the linebacker is in coverage.
It's a really good job by the sophomore Thibodeau, too, to stay with it. You saw him really turn it on there to get to the quarterback to force that errant pass. Thibodeau, the sophomore, had 2 quarterback hurries coming into the game.
He's really been a force on this defensive line, a wrecking crew for sure.
And really adjusting to the speed of the game. That's really what this season's about for a lot of these young sophomores. This is going to be a good team. 3rd down, 11. Fisher looking deep, looking underneath. This time he throws it between 2 defenders. Amarian Porter had bookend coverage but found a window, and they moved the sticks for 19 more.
He's looking around, looking for Henderson in the wheel route, and then just looks to the open field. Sees they're playing zone. Christian jointed the linebackers guarding him, and that's 19 yards.
19 more. Porter's 4th catch. Everything working tonight for the Raiders. 1st and goal. Fisher to the corner. Nobody home.
Staying busy is Jeremiah Moore. Some beautiful pass breakups today for sure.
Again, looking to Porter, who's received a couple of offers here. How good is Porter? When you see Fisher, Marion Porter getting offers from Arkansas, San Diego State, UNT, UNLV, UTEP. Tell you what, UNLV with a great win last week against Houston, and on 2nd and goal, Fisher nowhere to go. This defensive line continues to rush and contain King Thibodeau with his second good play of the drive.
And Thibodeau playing angry here, setting the edge. You know it's not easy. He's a sophomore, gets to him, and ultimately Fisher just falls to the ground.
And going to get credit for the sack there. 3rd down, goal. Shot by Thibodeau. 6'3", 230. They've got some ends, not only with some speed and athleticism, but some length. You get to 6'3", 6'4", and all of a sudden you become really disruptive. A timeout got to be called here. 1:34 to go until halftime.
Timeout, Wylie East. It's their first timeout of the half.
But I'm thinking about a defensive end that we saw here in Devin Deal a few years back. And ended up playing at Tulane, or Willie Fritz, who's gone on to direct Houston. And as soon as Fritz left last year after Tulane got beat in the American Championship, Devin Deal decided to transfer to TCU. So he's now playing for the Horned Frogs. But hey, this district, this 9-6A, we may not have that many teams that go deep into the postseason each year, but you certainly have the talent coming from GISD. There's no question, Thomas.
The talent is definitely here. You see these guys, Montre Jackson, this 2027 class for Lakeview Centennial. King Thibodeau, Jackson Wilson, Carson Wilson.
Yes.
These guys are going to be disruptive for the next few years and going to be scary.
Band getting set for a halftime performance. You mentioned Carson Wilson. He's already made a couple of good plays, a really good hit, too, in the secondary. He and Montre Jackson for Lakeview Centennial. Defense comes back out. Here comes the Raider offense to try and put some points up on a 3rd and goal from the 13. Jamal Olford is in motion here. 4 in the package. They go trips. Rush 4. Fisher. Time, steps up. He's being spied, throws it over the middle, and he's got it at the 1-yard line. Great catch by Henderson. And I'm not sure if they gave him credit for the touchdown. I think they did. They call it a touchdown.
And Henderson is going to be the last option here, but Thibodeau is providing pressure, but moves up in the pocket again as Fisher and just looks for him, and that's a touchdown.
Just barely broke the plane. I thought for a moment Moore might be able to keep him out. Great catch by Henderson, the running back, and now you get a botched snap. This is Conley, a backup quarterback, wide receiver, gets shoved out of bounds. It's no good. Boy, nice swarm right there by Montre Jackson and company to keep him out of the end zone on a potential 2-point play. It's the only thing that's gone wrong for the Raiders tonight. 1:25 to play until halftime. It is 30-0 Wylie East on GRS TV. Thirteen-yard touchdown pass for the Raiders of Wylie East. They extend the lead to 30-0 after the missed PAT, and with $1:25 to go, Lakeview Centennial trying for the return here. George Ziegler getting upended at around the 25.
Looked to fair catch it there, and they're going to call it dead at the 25.
Patriots.
Boy, how about Fisher's arm?
Take over first down and 10.
Right over the middle on a third down play. It was running back Henderson.
25-yard line.
Well, you just get the idea Henderson could play anywhere. Look at Fisher. Just stays over his feet. And even while his feet aren't set, man, he put that one right on the money. Lakeview Centennial coming back out from their own 27. 1:18 to go. Each team with 2 timeouts remaining.
Illegal fair catch. Receiving team. Be 5 yards from the spot of foul. First down.
So an illegal fair catch called here.
That's a 5-yard penalty that'll be stepped off.
And I think someone signaled for a fair catch that did not catch the ball. So they're going to mark it 5 yards back. How about 13 first downs to 1 so far in this game, and Wylie East with a 280 yards to 4-yard advantage. And you see why right there. Prince Guerrero getting swarmed at the line of scrimmage by Daniel Marquez. Brashawn Muller is there. Nice play.
Prince Guerrero just looking to get back to the line after the penalty, and once again, it's going to be number 58, Marquez, doing what he does best, and that's protecting the run.
Jaden Janshingo there too. No gain on first down. And halftime for the Patriots can't come soon enough. This Wylie East team is really, really good. Second and 10. With a bunch formation here. Back to Guerrero on a cutback. 4 yards. That should take us to halftime.
On the carry, and number 8, Sean Berry, in on the tackle.
Sean Berry in on the action too at that linebacker position. Guy that may play at the next level, senior for Wylie East. Northeastern Oklahoma State looking at him. 4th year on the defense, and that will indeed take us to halftime here at Homer B. Johnson, where the Wylie East Pirates, the Wylie East Raiders, I should say, have scored on every possession so far in this game. And the Raiders have a 30-0 lead against Lakeview Centennial to open up district competition through the first 24 minutes. Take a break. Halftime here at Homer B. Johnson on GRS TV.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field the Jewels of Wylie East, your 2024-2025 Wylie East Sapphires. Make some noise!
the center ladder.
Sapphire officers are Lieutenant Cameron Carpenter, Lieutenant Madison Altieri, Lieutenant Ambrielle Lackey, Lieutenant Rachel Molden, Lieutenant Emma Gilmore, and our captain, Abby Gesford. The Spirit Girl of the Week is Kaylin Campbell. The Sapphire of the Week is Maddie Espinal. Sapphire managers are Kayla Roper, Terrellyn Jones, Marianne Medeiros, Julie Schutz, and Randy Ward. The Sapphires are under the direction of Brittany Miller, Allison Fields, and Stephanie Scott. Tonight's performance is sponsored by the Kaiser Center for the Performing Arts. The Sapphires are performing a military routine to Can't Hold Us. Turn it up! representing the pride of Lakeview Centennial High School, the 48th line of Yankee Doodle Sweethearts. The Sweethearts are led onto the field by the 2024-2025 Sweetheart officers. Junior Lieutenant Avery Laidlaw, Junior Lieutenant Maggie Lucero, Junior Lieutenants Nadia Tanger, and in the center, your award-winning captain, Dakota Dura. Sweetheart Crucial officers are Lorelei Cheetah and Kyrie Ramirez. Sweetheart of the week is Maya Sago. Tonight, the Sweethearts will perform a palm routine to the music, Holding Out for a Hero. Congratulations to the LCHS Teacher of the Week, Ms. Miranda. Thank you for your support. The Sweethearts would like to give a huge shout out to Primo's Tex-Mex. Thank you for providing dinner for us tonight. The Lakeview Centennial Fleet will be the very proud direction of Miss Malden. continued halftime entertainment, we proudly present the award-winning Lakeview Centennial High School Marching Band. The band will be performing part of their 2024 competition show entitled Flame Eternal. The band is under the direction of Jared Hubler, Vinnie Santana, Kylie Randolph, Joshua Gonzalez, and Chris Rivera. The band is under the field direction of drum majors Aaron Cruz, Lena Marquez, Jacinda Reyes, and Nelson Humenzor. Centennial Band would like to thank all of their families, friends, teachers, and administrators for their support. The section of the week is the Mellophones. A special thank you to Elise Mosty, principal of Lakeview Centennial, Joseph Figueretti, director of fine arts, and Dr. Ricardo Lopez, GISD superintendent.
For over 20 years, I've been a proud spokesperson for accident and injury chiropractic on the pro treatment. Why? Because the pro treatment has worked for me, my family, my friends, and tens of thousands of injured Texans just like you. If you've been injured in a car wreck, you need to demand the respectful, professional care you deserve. You need to insist on accident and injury chiropractic. Don't settle for anything less.
Back deep to receive the opening kickoff of the second half. Number 2, Trenton Harris. Number 4, Montre Jackson. And number 7, Jeremiah Moore.
Second half about ready to commence here at Homer B. Johnson Stadium. First week of district competition, and it's been all Wylie East so far. 30-0, and they've outgained Lakeview Centennial 277-8. And the Patriots will have the ball to open up this second half and to try to get something going. They had just the one first down, and it was via penalty. They've only had one drive that has gone longer than 3 plays. And on that particular drive back in the first half, it ended up being another punt. They had to punt it 3 times in that first half. Wylie East, on the other hand, they had it 5 times, scored every time. The 4 touchdowns and then the field goal. Field goal 34 yards by Michael Delaney. And he's going to be kicking off right now. Aren't you glad we don't have the new kickoff rules the NFL had?
Absolutely.
We'd all be confused up here. I still don't know it. I don't know it completely. Do you guys, you know it?
I'm not fully down.
I don't know that I could even explain that yet. All right, so Delaney's ready to go. Jeremiah Moore's deep. They won't kick it to him. It'll be a fair catch. And Lakeview Centennial will begin at the 28-yard line after George Ziegler makes the fair catch.
Ziegler of the Patriots. Patriots will take over first down.
So Lakeview Centennial, who again had the goal, as you see the coaching staff there, of not making any special teams mistakes. Well, that was a problem right off the bat with that backup quarterback, John Connolly, taking the ball down deep into Lakeview Centennial territory to open up the game. So Lakeview coming out now. Let's see if we can get something going here. Kendrick Sanders, our quarterback. Throw it to the pistol back, and he almost got blown up. And that goes incomplete.
As we look at this replay, we're going to see a motion out, and it's going to be Julius Spencer and number 7, Rook was on that.
It's Veruca Mugwege. Second down and 10. I know I mispronounced that. I really wanted to get that right. Second down and 10. And a short pickup that time for Prince Guerrero, who again limited in that first half to just 11 yards on 5 carries. Picks up 3 here.
Going to take it out to the left here. Some pretty good blocking by the left side of the line, but number 8, Sean Berry, the senior, just ultimately on that the whole time.
Yeah, and Barry's a guy that they can kind of move around down there. They'll put him at the outside backer. They may put him down on the line some. In Northeastern Oklahoma State looking at him. It's 3rd down 7 here. They bring a blitz off the edge. Sanders doesn't step up, and he had a man, and it goes incomplete. Had a chance. That goes incomplete, looking for Julius Spencer.
And that was the best play that they've had all day. As we look at this replay, he's going to look open field here. It's going to be 3rd down. He's going to throw it. Looking for number 2, Trent Harris, but ultimately Noah Jinsego, the defensive back, the junior, playing good.
So again, Lakeview Centennial with just 1 first down. Harris and Spencer, the 2 top targets on this team. Harris, a couple of touchdown grabs coming into the ball game. They want to try to get him more touches, just haven't been able to do that. Big pressure this time. They'll get away from it. Amari Porter is going to pick it up there at the end, and he'll run straight out of bounds. It's too tempting to not pick that thing up.
He sees open field, and he wants it. He's been pretty busy on offense today already, and here he goes.
Yeah, Porter with 6 grabs, 86 yards. Now you get away from, but he had enough space there to pick it up. Wylie East will start this drive at their own 37 here with 11:34 to go. First drive of this half. 277 total yards, 150 through the air, 127 on the ground. Wylie East actually got flagged 8 times in that first half. Howard Fisher, play action, screen. Porter dropped it though. Porter again, as you mentioned, with a good first half, leading wide receiver. That would have been his 7th catch.
His replays here, going to be a good block right there. 44, Jackson Wilson was on that, but Amarion Porter ultimately was running before he saw the ball, and just a mishap there.
You know, one of the things that you see on this Wylie East team is just a lot of leadership. They have a lot of 3-year varsity players. Second down and 10. Hitch route out to Porter this time, Amir Porter. And Amir with a short pickup.
And that's the closing speed you see from Montre Jackson. The very quick athlete. Went to state and track last year as a freshman.
He actually returned a kickoff for a touchdown earlier this year. Nice job by Montre. Both corners again for Lakeview Centennial sophomores. And we mentioned Montre Jackson. How about 30 offers, including OU, Baylor, Texas Tech, elite speed for his size, 6'1", 170. That's good size for a corner, and the quarterback, Fisher, got hit. Ball came out. I don't know, somehow, I think Burkhart was able to recover that fumble. 2nd recovery of this game by Burkhart.
Hey, King Thibodeau just looked to be unblocked, and he's been a wrecking force for this Lakeview Centennial defense. His 2nd sack of the day.
Big sack fumble right there. Thibodeau has been fantastic. 2nd sack of the year. He had 2 hurries coming in, 14 tackles in 2 games. I'd say he's had a good start to the season. And he gets it away. Delaney putting a foot into it, and it will not be returned. 39 yards on the boot after the roll. And how about the Lakeview Centennial defense? First time tonight they have held Wylie East without scoring, and a 3 and out, no less.
They have the talent. They put it together, and this is a great game to learn from, and they've got plenty of time here to keep it going.
No doubt, and the strength of this team the defense that can run to the ball. They can play well on special teams, cover those speedy wide receivers. Got to be pleased with that, but it's the offense tonight that's been problematic. Had 8 yards at halftime. Again, they'll begin this one at their own 33, down 30-0. And again, the odds of coming back in this one are just a little bit better than 0, but it's not about that. It's really about executing here in the second half. And that's a good burst of speed, one of the best runs we have seen. And that one will go for about 8 yards to Shingo, upending Miller-Demarion there. Demarion Miller.
Demarion Miller, this is the first time we've seen him today.
Yeah.
And he's moving really fast up the middle and just
had a good burst through that defensive front. Second down 4. Fake to Miller this time. Throw the hitch, single coverage. Nice job. First time we've seen back-to-back plays in positive fashion. This time Julius Spencer picking up 11. Rome Jeffers and Olaford, the cornerback, had to combo him down.
And this is what you want to see. It's a play action here, and you get it out to your best receiver, Julius Spencer, the Texas State commit, and out to the numbers. That's 12 yards.
Texas State and Arizona State battling down in San Marcos tonight as we speak. Texas State actually a favorite in that ball game. First time we have seen Lakeview Centennial with this kind of tempo. This is nice to see on their opening drive coming out from halftime. Second carry in a row here for Demarion Miller.
Here's the replay. Demarion Miller is the lead blocker there, 58. Cervantes doing a job and just looking to execute here on this drive. Good start so far.
A good start for the Patriots and the offensive line here, and Demarion Miller. Second down and 8. And Lakeview Centennial, I think, wants to call a timeout. Yeah, they'll call a timeout and talk about it here.
Timeout, Wylie East. First time out of the half.
Beg your pardon, Wylie East calling the timeout. So we see Wylie East come out consistently. Consistency has not been an issue for them. It's the best Lakeview has looked tonight. We talked about this young team, 7 sophomores starting for Lakeview Centennial. And they talked about what a great offseason they had, one of the best ones they've had under Anthony St. Hilaire.
This Lakeview Centennial team it's feeling different than other years, and we start to understand why. You talked about 7 sophomores starting.
Yeah,
that's totally different from what we've seen in this district, and they've got the talent, and we look to see what they can do with that this year.
You know, they've grown up a ton since last year, and they never really intended to play all of these sophomores on the Patriots side, but they've just won spots. It wasn't by design. It was just something that has sort of occurred. And you look at how last year unfolded. They finished 4-4, just missed the postseason by a game. They finished 6-4 last year, did Lakeview. Second down and 8 here after the Wylie East timeout. Good push by the offensive front, and Miller this time trying to fight. Couldn't quite get to that hole early and only manages a yard.
And that is number 54, Jaden Jantigo, the co-defensive player of the week last week. And he stuffs the middle and does exactly what a 3-tech is supposed to do.
And that 3 technique, Jashingo, so explosive. He's got great hands, maybe the best athlete up front, and he plays at that tackle position. They can move him out to tight end, probably a D2 player. 3rd and 6, they'll roll Sanders out. Throwing in double coverage at the stick, and it goes incomplete, looking for his favorite target, Julius Spencer.
And as we look at this replay, he's going to roll out to the right. His favorite thing to do, it's going to be in double coverage this time, and guess who? It's going to be number 21, Michael Henderson, doing exactly what he does.
Well, Henderson's so good. He had 7 interceptions 2 years ago as a sophomore. As you see a dejected Julius Spencer down there who's only caught 1 ball so far in this game. It's 4th down, and we're going to see Lakeview have to kick this thing away. Chris Ortiz will drop back and punt. This would be a time where you might try a fake. And he drops the ball. He's not going to fake it here. Gets it away. It actually might have helped him a little bit because it's going to get the ball killed at around the 10-yard line. 35 yards on the kick. But in terms of drives, that's the second best drive that they've had. They had their possession, Lakeview did, 7-play possession right before the end of the half. That was a 5-play drive. And so we'll see Wylie East with it back. Their own 10. Wylie East has had great field position tonight, too. It's been a big deal. Fisher at quarterback. Michael Henderson, who's already had a huge night tonight. Giving it right back to him, and the first time that they've been able to get to him that quickly. Dropped him for a loss. How about Jalen Allen, the leader of that defensive front, grappling him?
The senior Jalen Allen here just gets right past that guard, unprotected, and says, I can play too.
Henderson had 106 yards at halftime on 13 carries. Dropped him at the line of scrimmage. First time they've been able to get 2 or 3 guys around him and bring him down. That's hard to do. They like to go quick. Wylie East 35 points last week in beating North 35-17. McKinney North, they upended Boyd 38-8. Boy, on the RPO, Fisher with room, and he's got close to first down yardage. Jason Freeman had 7 tackles in the first half.
This replay is going to fake it to Henderson, roll it up right up the middle. Sees a massive hole. He's going to go for 9 yards. And it's hard to guard both of them.
Defensive player of week 1, Jason Freeman, had 15 tackles in the very first week for Wylie East against McKinney North. Keep it on the ground here. And not much. Another great defensive play. Jeremiah Moore on the stop.
Jeremiah Moore showing exactly why he's been a starter for the past couple of years at safety. He's going to go right there, and that's a very fast player for Wylie East as well, Baribe.
Yeah, it's Baribe on the sweep that time. They drop him for a loss of 5. You see Wylie East sort of extending the playbook out a little bit, sort of working on some things right here up 30-0. You got to do that. You know, you go into district play, and Marcus Gold talks about what a battle it's going to be just to even make the playoffs, but they've got a great team. This is a screen now over the middle. They've got plenty of room. This is Henderson, who's got the Jets. He may go. This is going to be 85 yards for the touchdown.
And Michael Henderson, this is a 2nd and 14, and they just roll it out right here. It's coming, and then Henderson sees that hole, and he goes all the way 85 yards, and he's already had over 100 on the ground today. Just doing exactly what Wylie East needs him to do.
Unbelievable game. He's so long and athletic, it doesn't even look like he's moving that fast sometimes. He has such a great stride. Michael Delaney on the point after. Perfect tonight. This one's good. And with 5:40 to go here in the third, Wylie East out in front 37-0 here at Homer B. Johnson on GRS TV. Third receiving touchdown for Michael Henderson, the running back for this Wylie East team that extends the lead to 37-0. They look fantastic tonight on both sides of the ball. The timing, the spacing, the athleticism. Everybody seems to be hard to tackle in space, particularly Henderson, who now, in terms of all-purpose yards, goes over the 200-yard mark. So Wylie East kicks it off. This ball's live. You got to pick it up. And he'll be taken down at the 4-yard line. I believe that was Montre Jackson. And, man, you just cannot let that ball hit the ground.
Looked as if he didn't see the ball coming. Missed it in the lights or something, but Caleb Muhammad, the senior defensive back, takes advantage of that play, and they're down in the 10-yard line.
You know, this has been a tough schedule for Lakeview. They opened up the season with Richardson and then McKinney. They lose both of those, but it was a 6-point loss in week 1. They come back and they lose 41-24 last week, but this was after having to play Crowley and North Shore along with DeSoto in scrimmages coming into the season. And Anthony St. Hilaire said that was all by design, hoping that it would get them ready for district competition. They'll run some gap scheme, and not a whole lot here for Lakeview Centennial on the ground. It's been tough sledding between the tackles. Demarion Miller with his second series as a running back.
Sean Berry almost had him in the backfield, but the running back continues to move and going to get about 1 yard.
Sean Berry, a definite compliment to Rome Jeffers. Berry and the Mike linebacker Jeffers were so good. They came in with 40 tackles between them the first 2 weeks. That's a lot. That's being very active, and that's flying to the football and being all over the place. 2nd down 8 for Sanders. Demarion Miller again, almost like a draw play, but it is very tough to get past those guys. Even the second wave of defenders are really talented, just a couple of yards.
Looks as if on this play as it might be an option. There's a free blitzer, 5, Jeffers, and hands it off to Demarion and gets about 1 yard, but lucky for that.
Daniel Marquez gets credit for the tackle, that defensive tackle. And 11 stops coming at both the 3 technique and the 1, the starters. Those guys had 32 tackles between them. They're down in 7. Sanders this time with a little time on the comeback, but it's a little short. Comeback route to Julius Spencer.
Once again, Sanders is going to roll out and look for Spencer, but Damon Vincent, who's been very busy tonight, the senior defensive back, is out there guarding him. And a little short for Julius.
Chris Ortiz has been busy too, the Lakeview Centennial punter. He'll have to come back out. Marion Porter and Jamal Olford, who's a cornerback on this Wylie East Raider team. Back deep to receive. Deep means the plus 40-yard line. Ortiz from 5 yards deep in his own end zone. Decent spiral that time. Porter with a returnable punt. Using his blockers here, but a nice play on special teams. Really good job there by Lakeview Centennials. Javion Wylie bringing him down. Got him by the ankles.
It's a beautiful play here as Amarion Porter takes it about the 36, and you don't want to see him in open field, but Javion Wylie with an ankle tackle, and that's exactly what you want to see out of your special team unit.
At the plus 27-yard line, 3:56 to go here in this third quarter. More great field position for Wylie East. Remember, their first 2 drives, they started at the 25 of Lakeview Centennial and the 35. They're back here. First down to the post. Well, that's a well-thrown ball. That ball caught by King Baribe, who had a great first half. Shannon Montgomery makes the stop. Baribe's third grab.
Baribe is going to take a slant here. Going to be guarded by 6, Neiman Houston.
13 yards on the pickup, on the ground this time. And it's a touchdown. Boy, and a pretty easy touchdown run right there. Aiden Atkins.
Aiden Atkins. He's the senior linebacker, and he's playing running back on this play. He's been rushing a little bit this week. He's going to take it right up the middle between the left guard and the left tackle, and open space, 18-yard touchdown.
18-yard touchdown run for Atkins. And the kick by Michael Delaney, good. 31 to play. The Raiders pouring it on to open up district play. A shutout brewing here in Garland.
The Garland ISD Education Foundation provides resources to support and enrich education for all students in the Garland Independent School District. Every dollar donated helps fund innovative teaching and learning initiatives. Choose today to impact a better tomorrow. For more information and to learn how you can give, visit gisdedfoundation.org.
Aiden Atkins with a 15-yard touchdown run for Wylie East as Lakeview Centennial shut out so far tonight, 44-0 here at Homer B. Johnson Stadium. Scott Garner, Thomas Hart, the entire GRS TV crew. Lathan, our spotter tonight, appreciate his fine work this evening as the Lakeview Centennial Patriots probably going to be falling to 0-3 to begin the campaign. Wylie East, conversely, will move to 3-0 with a win tonight, and they would open up district play with a W. We'll see. Delaney kicked this off. It's going to be high and short again. It let it hit the ground last time. It'll be a fair catch this time by Trenton Harris. Special teams unit staying out there. I guess before the kick, a timeout.
Wylie East. It's their second time out of the half.
Not certain if that was before the kick. By their body language, it might have been. So North Garland and Wylie go at it tomorrow night. Saxe and Garland, and also South Garland and Rowlett. Garland, a team that's lost a few starters off of their varsity from last year, and they've got a tough assignment tomorrow night with Saxe on tap to open up district play. So Saxe and Lakeview, two teams that had a tough chore to open up district season in week number 1. Mark Red Barons, the head coach for Saxe, has had it rolling. They won district last year. They were perfect 8-0. And that was after a 4-4 campaign the year before that, which followed the 6-1 second place finish in 2021. But they've been relatively consistent at Saxe. Red Barons, a terrific defensive line coach, in addition to being the head bench boss over at Saxe. Centennial to get it back here at Homer B. Johnson tonight. Lakeview Centennial struggling offensively. They've got just 16 yards in the game against Wylie East 269. 8 rushing yards tonight for Lakeview. How about Howard Fisher, though? He's had a great night. 153 yards through the air, 3 touchdowns. 13 of 21, 62% of his passes he's completed. And Fisher came in right at 63%. He's going to be happy with that. They will redo it on the kick. Michael Delaney to kick it off. That last one did not count. The timeout came before it. This is deep for the first time. Julius Spencer this time will have a chance to return it, or Jeremiah Moore, I should say. And he lost the football. Picked out of the air, though, by Lakeview Centennial, and they lost yardage on it. Ball picked out of the air by Kendrick Sanders, I do believe. I beg your pardon. That's Swan Siegel that picked it out of the air.
Swan Siegel. The ball just, first of all, Jeremiah Moore gets hit very hard. Swan Siegel catches it. And that's a former linebacker, converted receiver. And what an athlete, what a play.
Well, Jeremiah Moore's got to be careful. You want to have that ball high and tight, and he did not. 3:22 to play here in this third. He just needs some more chances back there to return. That's it. He needs some more practice back there. They generally kick it away from him. Lakeview comes back out here on offense. Anthony Saint-Hilaire, before this ball game, had talked about how Lakeview had played a lot better football the first 2 weeks. Certainly the offense looked to be improved, but again, this is one of the more stout defensive units. And you see the technique shown by Jamal Olford, the cornerback who was down on the line of scrimmage that time. Flag coming in after a run of about 5, maybe 6 yards for Prince Guerrero, who's seeing his first action of the second half.
Looked a little too good. Looked like a
holding. Offense, number 1. 10 yards from the previous spot. Replay, first down.
Julius Spencer that time for the hold. But you watch. They did a good job. A little outside zone technique here. You see the hold right there. Olford getting hooked. But hey, you got to give credit to Olford, number 3. He was trying to fight off of that block, trying to fight from getting reached. and drew the penalty flag. First down and 17. Straight ahead, Guerrero, this time again on the inside zone run for a couple.
Guerrero is going to pick up 2, trying to get out of that end zone and get some open space to provide for this drive. He's going to take it right here. Not much to get, but trying to get more yardage.
Just trying to figure out what kind of running back he can be. Is he a power runner? Can he bounce to the edge? That time he runs for a couple. You know, nobody's done just a whole lot against this Wylie East defensive front. Raiders showing blitz here. Great communication there by the linebacker. That was Henderson, actually, who's playing down in the box here. Now the end jumps, but he, I think, spawned movement from the left tackle. Should be offsides, I would think, against Wylie East. You can't be in the neutral zone and force the lineman to jump.
False start. Offense, number 60. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
Hey, what do we know? Going to go against Reed. Tyrese Reed, 6'4", 280-pound senior left tackle. Did it not look like he was drawn to jump?
Couple guys.
Couple of guys. Thank you, Thomas. With some support here. I need that when I screwed it up that badly. Second down. Keep it on the ground here. Lead block, Guerrero, a nice 5-yard pickup.
Guerrero gets about the 10 here. And that's some movement right there just to provide for the pass, but we'll have to see.
It seems like every other run play we're calling out Sean Berry's name at that linebacker position. He's pretty good.
For sure. He's definitely going to play somewhere on Saturdays if he keeps it up this way.
4th year on the defense. Northeastern Oklahoma State. That's a Division II school. Years ago, they were in the Lone Star Conference. I think they may be in the Gulf South now. Have to look that up. 3rd down, 14 for Lakeview. Sanders rolling right, trying to move the pocket. Oh, that's a nice job of coming back for the ball by George Ziegler, who makes the catch for a first down. We've got a flag down on the other side of the field.
As we've mentioned, he loves rolling out to his right, throws it to Ziegler for 16. We'll have to see with the stands or not, but good execution.
Veruca Mugewe was on defense that time.
Holding. Defense, number 3. Their penalty decline. Result of the play, first down.
Holford got called for a defensive hold that time. A 16-yard connection. Be a first down for Lakeview Centennial. Like George Ziegler, though. It's a nice addition to this wide receiver room for Lakeview Centennial. After you lose a guy like Jonathan Whittle from last year. Late pressure. Sanders showing a good arm. Trying to hit Spencer. Went right through his hands. Olford in coverage. Got behind him.
Almost had him right there. Just overthrew him a little bit. Hit his fingertips, but Spencer finally got separation, and that's what you wanted right there. Just missed him. Ooh.
Man, he could not have dropped it in a better spot. What a great throw by Kendrick Sanders. I know he's got to be frustrated. You know, he had good numbers coming in. Sanders was 37 of 58 coming in 2 games for 463 yards at 64%. He had 3 touchdowns. He had run for a touchdown. And Anthony St. Hilaire talked about how one of the reasons why he's thrown for such a high percentage is because the wide receivers typically will make grabs. This is a run of just a couple for Guerrero. It'll be 3rd down and 2. Gobert and Muller combined to bring him down here.
And certainly, as we were talking about, these receivers definitely make this job a lot easier. And
3rd down and 8. We'll see Sanders here. Let's see what he can do. Trying to avoid pressure, keep his eyes downfield. Finds the hot route. It's going to be close to a first down. Swan Siegel, they're going to give it to him here. Move the sticks on 3rd down and 8.
And Swan Siegel doing a great job right here. Just stays out the way, close to the sideline. Not a dump off, but working to the right. That's perfect right there. First down.
Third quarter's over. Lakeview Centennial showing some life here to end the quarter. But it's been all Raiders so far. 44-0 in favor of Wylie East on GRS TV. It's 44-0 in favor of the Raiders as we come back to Homer B. Johnson Stadium. Scott Garner, Thomas Hart, Lathan, our spotter tonight. First 12 minutes put up on the clock. Lakeview Centennial trying to battle back from being down 44-0. But I've got to tell you, you look at the offense for Lakeview Centennial here in the second half. They look like a different team, and I like their fight. I like their execution. They've been making some plays. They look much better here in half number 2, and it's quite easy when you're down this much to lick your wounds, but they've not been doing that. They try to get it to Spencer here on first down, but it is snuffed out almost immediately by Sean Berry, who's had a terrific game. Berry down there along with King Baribe.
Here's a setup screen looking to get some yardage, waiting to get 61 out there on the line, but terrific execution there by Sean Berry.
Sean Berry's had quite the game, as we mentioned. But on that third down conversion just a moment ago, you saw great poise by Kendrick Sanders, and it is tough. It is not fun to play quarterback when the heat is on every play, and it has been. But Sanders has done a good job of creating space like he does here. Steps up, only gets 1 or 2, but that's about all you can ask on a play like that, with Bryson Muller making his 5th tackle.
Looked like there was a route he was looking at, but moves up in the pocket, sees a better chance there, and gets about 1 yard.
So third down and 10 coming up. Need to convert here on third down, keep the football. Standard base defense here. They bring a delayed blitz. Sanders trying to buy time, using the legs. He's got a great arm. What a job. And eluded a man to get close to a first down. Kendrick Sanders showing some real talent right there.
Kendrick Sanders doing a terrific move in the backfield. He's going to roll right as he does often. A couple linebackers on him, and takes that back for about 7 yards. That's a very impressive move.
It's an impressive move. And watch him finish this. He's not done. Really finished it off nicely. 4th and 3. It's going to give him a chance to go for it here. Tackle jumped, got back. Nice hard count. Still have 4 on the play clock. They need a timeout, and they'll use it. Anthony St. Hilaire sprinting to the line judge to call the timeout. Sanders didn't quite know how much time was on the play clock.
As you mentioned, Anthony St. Hilaire walking right up to the line judge, and they definitely want to execute on 4th down here. It's an extra chance to get some offense going.
It's not a good timeout, but it's certainly a necessary timeout. And Anthony St. Hilaire, again, talking about this young team. Now, Sanders is not young. He's a senior. But, again, getting back to Kendrick, again, he relies on making the right read. He's been under pressure all night, but learning how to play under duress and trying to extend plays with his legs. He's getting better. As this game has gone along, he's improving within the game. That's hard to do.
He's been getting better, as we've seen, and this is a multi-sport athlete. This is a guy that plays basketball during fall as well, and a lot on his plate, and like to see what he can do going forward into district play.
St. Hilaire talked about trying to play mistake-free football. It has been anything but that tonight. They've beaten themselves the last couple of years against Wylie East. He might chalk another one of those up, but if they can make a play here, they can keep the football early fourth quarter. Fourth down. GH counter on the play fake, and Sanders lost the ball. It's going to be called incomplete. He threw it, and it was batted down. Nice play defensively. Right there was Josh Randallston.
It's going to be 4th and 3 here, and looking to execute. This time it's not going to happen. Reynoldson, it's a high snap, and he's just uncovered there and gets there, and that's a turnover on downs.
It's a turnover on downs. I'm not sure if they ruled that incomplete or a fumble. It looked like it was a fumble. They may have ruled it incomplete. It looked like a fumble on the replay, but nonetheless, it's a turnover on downs, and Wylie East will take it back over. Has been all Raiders tonight. Starting from the plus 43-yard line with 9:40 to go. Howard Fisher has had quite a night. Keep it on the ground here. Using a bevy of backs. This is Aiden Atkins, who was the running back for the last possession. Alec Coleman, the backup in, gets him.
Atkins going to run angry here. Looks to get a first down. Ultimately taken down, but this is a guy who's coming into this game with 6 yards to carry.
Running backs coach has to be pleased with that. You know, they're runners. Michael Henderson, who has over 200 all-purpose yards tonight. You see Atkins, Aiden Atkins. They do a good job of keeping their feet running when they get hit. A lot of guys have a hard time doing that. 1st and 10. Atkins again. Nice cutback. And how about finishing off that run? Boy, these backs are well coached. Okewe really caught him at that linebacker spot.
Atkins running up the middle once again. Ultimately taken by Joel Smith, the linebacker here. But running hard and turning his legs even when he doesn't have to.
Sartorius Landon down there too. Pick up a 5. Well, you can see why this East team averages 222 yards a game. They've got a great offensive line. They're big, but they're also quick. They've got good lateral quickness, and the backs have talent. They're deep at that running back spot, too. They got a great center who gets out and blocks here. And this is a first down run on a quarterback keeper. Smith able to get him down.
The senior Brian Barnhouse just takes it right up the middle. Good blocking there by Atkins, and not looking to stop anytime soon.
Brian Barnhouse, the backup quarterback. And you would think maybe Fisher's night is over. Fisher with a great night, 15 of 23, 249 yards, 4 touchdowns as the starting quarterback, Brian Barnhouse. First down, will hand the football off. Chance at a stiff arm here. And only picks up a couple. Aiden Atkins again. Should get him 5. Joel Smith and Coleman, Alec Coleman on the stop.
Atkins takes it to the right here. Looks like a bowling ball. Throws a couple linebackers off of him and picks up about 5, and he's working.
Everything on the ground this drive for East. They've done all they have wanted, anything they've wanted. They're over 400 yards now offensively, and they have out first downed Lakeview Centennial 20-4 in this game. Quite the domination. 2nd and 5, back to Atkins. Off the left end spot, the ball came out. It's loose, picked up by East inside the 5-yard line. Ball grabbed and scooped up by Princeton Williams.
A heads-up play here. Atkins is running hard and gets hit here. Loses the ball. It's punched out. And Williams gets it to 1st and goal. That's a very fortunate play.
It is a fortunate play. Sartorius Landon ended up knocking that ball free. Actually made the tackle on that play. They're going to give him the yardage. Barnhouse on the RPO. Atkins pushing inside the 2.
Atkins running here. The offensive line, a run on every single play. You know they're tired, but they're still working. And that's the type of team chemistry you want to see. Nowhere to go, but then they continue to push this line. Number 56, Daniel Oprah, the junior defensive lineman in an O-line, and he's working today.
He is working today. 159 yards on the ground. And officially tonight for East, they've done it more through the air, which is a little bit unusual for those guys. They are normally a ground and pound and a timeout.
Timeout, Wylie East.
East calls it here,
Second
5:14 to
timeout
go.
of the half. I'm good, thank you.
And by the way, you know, you'd think, well, they're just trying to run this thing out, and what's a fourth quarter like this? Listen, when you can get your twos experience like Barnhouse and Atkins, those guys need the reps. These are very valuable reps. Don't think, you know, this should be a running clock situation. Why are they even playing this quarter? It's anything but that. In fact, if you ask the coaches, I think on both sides.
Wylie East have no timeouts remaining.
If you ask the coaches on both sides, they would tell you, hey, we don't want a running clock. We've got to get these guys some time and reps.
It's a quick week always, and
yes,
Lakeview Centennial is surrounded by some very good receivers, and they want to see how they can work going into week 4.
That's a great point. And the best part about this Wylie East team, as Coach Gold has mentioned, their best players are their hardest workers. Barnhouse, certainly one of them. You've got Atkins right next to him. Give it to Atkins. Was his knee down before? It was.
Almost had it there. Atkins has been working on this drive, and just short, about half a yard. The linebacker was on him here. Just missed it. Joel Smith.
That left elbow might have been down for first. Joel Smith, the 5'6", 175-pound backup Mike down in there. Be shocked if they didn't give it to Atkins here. No, Barnhouse dropped the snap. I don't think anybody was ready, including the officials. Flag came in. Wide receiver move. What will they make up here? And line judge Robert Daniels coming in to talk with Braylon Morrison, our lead referee.
False start, offense, number 73, 5-yard penalty, third down.
Going to be probably an illegal snap, I guess. Vicari James, the senior center, got called that time. Back it up 5. Got to earn it here. 3rd and goal.
Remains 3rd down and goal.
3rd down and goal here for the Raiders. This may be a chance for Barnhouse to use his arm. Let's see what they do. Going to roll left. This looks like a quarterback keeper all the way, and boy, did he take a shot. He doesn't quite have the speed that a guy like Fisher has, and he took a punishing blow. Centarius Landon was one of the first guys there.
We thought he might throw it here, rolls it out. Meets 32 and 27, Jaden Menifee, the two-sport athlete here. And seeing what he can do there.
Barnhouse says, I'm not sure what if Coach wants to do that again, we're going to audibilize. That will not happen again, and they're going to go ahead and kick the field goal. Michael Delaney's already knocked one through from 34. That happened in the first quarter to extend the lead to 24-0. This one from 25, and he missed that one. First kick he's missed tonight. Looked like the operation on that was okay. We've had some high snaps in this game. We'll get a chance to see that again, but regardless, Lakeview Centennial will take the football over. 3:15 to go here in this fourth quarter. Lakeview again will fall to 0-3. Meantime, Raiders will go to 3-0. the things that St. Hilaire was a little bit disappointed with in that Week 1 loss for Centennial. Lakeview just did not finish. They were up 3 scores in that game and ended up losing it 27-21. And on 1st and 10, Marion Miller gets the call here, only for about a yard. 3:02 to go in this one.
We've seen the burst out of Demarion today, and ultimately it's going to be 3 guys against them, but he's a power runner.
Very much a power runner. This Lakeview Centennial team has had good, consistent practice. They've got great attitude, great effort, and they've got some guys that can play. Sanders can throw the football, throwing it up here. Undershot. Trent Harris, a little contact there, but no flag.
Rolled out again to the right. Look for Trenton Harris there, but was a little under him, and Preston Harris with some good coverage here as we take a look.
Well, that's a throw that is on the move. Third and 9. They're showing a good arm, and that time mouthpiece comes out for Julius Spencer, but he makes the catch on the corner route. It's a 26-yard connection. Carter Dotson hit him.
This is right where you want to see him throwing, and that's a beautiful throw right there. Go up and get it. The basketball player as well, Julius there.
Well, he got absolutely hammered. Guy that can really make the plays. Hitch route, go back to him. And they are continuing to hit. And that'll go for 8 yards. 2 in a row for Spencer.
Spencer finally getting some looks his way. Instead of rolling out right, he's going to stay in the pocket, and that's a beautiful throw.
Great throw. Very impressed with Kendrick Sanders. He has been a competitor tonight. 5 of 14, 44 yards unofficially. Defensive end jumps. It looks like he's lined up off sides. Line judge will let it go this deep into the ball game. Nice run for Demarion Miller, his best of the game. 9 more off tackle. Preston Harris came in from the safety position to tackle him.
We've been very impressed with Demarion Miller today. He takes it right up the middle. He's going to get 9 yards on this play, and very impressed with the junior.
They're going to go quick and see if they can break the shutout here. They look to the screen. Wheel route wasn't there. How about throwing behind his body over the middle? You got to be very confident to do that. And Trent Harris comes up with a good grab to move the sticks in a gain of 11.
Yeah. Looks at the left here. It was covered, and then looks in the middle, throws across his body. That's a beautiful throw for 10 yards.
Flow goes left. They'll throw that way. High toss. I thought Spencer might be able to tip it to himself. And it's 2nd down and 10.
Going quick here. Just missed him. Could have had open field.
2nd and 10. But again, yeah, Sanders has really battled tonight. These wide receivers they've had to fight. Spencer's got 3 grabs. Ziegler and Siegel both have a catch tonight. Spencer with a couple in a row there a moment ago. 2nd down. Out in the flat that time. Short gain for Miller out of the backfield. Just a couple. Miller pulled him down.
The junior running back staying pretty busy tonight and just taken down around the line of scrimmage, but he's been working.
Braden Muller right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain that time. Clock running at 36 seconds to go. It's 3rd and 10. Well, you would love to break the shutout. And on the other side, the Raiders want to keep it intact. Sanders looking to the corner deep to the end zone. A leaping grab made for a touchdown. Oh, they break the shutout. What a catch, Spencer in traffic.
Julius Spencer, 24-yard touchdown. He's in double coverage here. We look at this replay. He's going left. Sees him the whole way through. Jumps over 2 cornerbacks and gets his feet down. That's a great catch.
Dotson and Harris with bracket coverage. You see why Julius Spencer had 18 grabs coming in. That's his 2nd touchdown catch. He's got over 300 receiving yards the first 3 weeks on an 0-3 team, and the point after is good as a flag comes in. What a catch by Spencer.
Offside. Defense. Coach decline. PAT is good.
24-yard touchdown pass. Sanders, his 4th of the year. To Julius Spencer, who makes his 2nd touchdown grab of the year.
Julius Spencer, once again, going up and getting that ball. That's a basketball player right there.
Boy, is it.
And what a great throw and a good drive by the Patriots here.
It's exciting to watch. Committed to Texas State this summer. And again, G.J. Kinney, the head coach of the Bobcats, who had a big matchup with the Big 12 team tonight, Arizona State, down in San Marcos. Has to be excited about getting Julius Spencer committed. And Lakeview Centennial breaks the shutout. That's a big victory right there for your team. You like to see that. Even as dominating as Wylie East has been tonight, and it really started off in Wylie East's favor. I mean, the game began with a short field. They got a great kickoff return by John Connolly down to the Lakeview Centennial 25-yard line. They snapped it 3 times, go 35 yards to make it 7-0. And then all the way to halftime, Wylie East scored on every drive. They got 4 touchdowns and a field goal in that first half. And how about the game for Henderson? Michael Henderson, who we featured in the open tonight, lived up to his billing. Henderson with 4 grabs, 130 yards through the air, 3 touchdown catches to go along with 107 rushing yards for Wylie East on 14 carries, 7.6 yard average. And again for Henderson, that's what, 3 yards under his average? That's unbelievable. You average 7.5 per carry, and you bring your average down. That's how good he has been. And I can't imagine, as again, Henderson committed to play at Texas Tech. Can't imagine there's another running back in the district that does quite what he does. Wylie East is going to go into victory formation here. And they will take the 44-7 victory to a long week, an extended week, going into week number 2 of district play next week. And they've got to be pleased. Marcus Gold in his 4th season, who had a 4-year stretch as the head coach at White House. He's got to love this East team. Wylie East last year finished 10-2. I can't imagine he doesn't feel like they're even better this year. A dominant performance tonight here at Homer B. Johnson Stadium. They win it tonight 44-7.
This is and if you're Lakeview, this is on to the next week in North Garland. Take what you can.
And you'll take the tape and you'll look at the second half and you'll see how much you improved and how much better things were. It was much better. They only give up 14 points and only lost the second half 14-7, so they got to be happy about that, do the Patriots. Well, Thomas Hart, pleasure working with you. Great job tonight. Latham, thanks so much for spotting. Masterful job indeed. Delbert Richardson, the entire GRS TV crew. Until next time, the final score tonight, it is Wylie East 44 and Lakeview Centennial 7. My name is Scott Garner. Good evening, everyone, from Homer B. Johnson Stadium in Garland. Good night, and God bless.